Hey everyone, I am back. I know it's been a while. It's been probably, I don't know, 2 months since I've made a video. Something like that. So it's November 16th today. And yeah, I think the last video I made was sometime in September, so maybe longer than 2 months. But no, I haven't been occupying Wall Street or any of the other Occupy movements. But, and you know, it's like anytime someone on YouTube goes away for a while, you know, they're making a lot of videos, or making some videos, and then they go away, you know, you always wonder, uh-oh, you know, something happened, you know, something didn't, you know, go right with the diet, or, you know, they've gained weight. So I always wonder that when people go away. And sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. But just because this whole thing is it's difficult. This is not easy. And so if anyone's still watching out there, I wonder what you guys think would happen to me. And yes, I did gain weight, but it's not too bad. I just like October 5th. I'm done. I'm just done counting calories. I'm done doing all this exercise. I just wanted to take a break from it. Not even so much from YouTube, just from, because I don't do that many videos, but just from the whole weight loss thing. So, like October 5th, I actually got down to 143.6. which would have been a 33-pound weight loss total since I started back in March. So, and I'm not kidding you, within 2 weeks of not counting calories, or still like recording what I ate, but not caring if I went over 2,000 calories or had 3,000 calories, and I just wasn't, you know, like I was before. I wasn't, you know, very, you know, strict. Make sure I stayed under 2,000 calories during the week and stuff like that. So I stopped doing that. And then I didn't exercise at all. So within 2 weeks, I gained almost 5 pounds. I mean, just like immediately. It just tells you, I mean, how easy it can come right back on. So I said, okay, so that's fine. I'm staying under 150. You know, I just want to, you know, I wasn't weighing myself all the time. Just every once in a while, just because I wanted to make sure I didn't go above 150. So that was my cutoff point. And so like on November 1st, uh-oh, I went over 150. So I said, nuh-uh, there's no way I'm going back and putting back on all that weight that I lost. I'm going to go through the whole thing again. No. So I dropped it down a little bit. So this morning, I weighed in at 148.6. So still up 5 pounds from my lowest weight. But just 5 pounds. So it's manageable, and you know, it's not over 150. So far since March, 28-pound total, you know, I've been able to keep off. So that's good. So, but I mean, the really bad thing, not counting my calories, I averaged about 2,400 calories a day for the last 2 months. I think that's what it added up to. And then not exercising. I mean, I went like 2 weeks without doing any exercise at all. And then I started maybe exercising 1 time a week. I got motivated 1 time. And I just hardly any exercise at all. So just, and then on Sunday again I started exercising. Because not only did the weight come back on, I'm not kidding, my skin started sagging. I mean, my arms that had gotten pretty tight, my legs that had gotten really tight, my calves were tight, and all of a sudden, and my thigh, I'm just sagging. So, because, you know, I think it was mainly not so much from the running, but just from the circuit training, you know, lifting weights, how much that helps. I mean, it just now kind of shows you, wow, that really is doing a lot. And especially at my age, 45, whew, that's something, you know, gravity is, you know, against you. Everything wants to go down. So, anyway, so that's what happened. So I'm trying to get back on, you know, back on the ball, and I'm getting into it again, and watching my calories and doing that same thing, trying to stay under 2,000 calories for the week, and then, you know, going up on the weekends. So basically, and I've said this before, but I just think it's so important that really to lose weight and maintain it starts right here in your brain. And this is the place that's so important, because this is going to control if you start eating healthier, watch what you eat, and exercise. And what I think, you just have to retrain your brain. You have to retrain that brain. And like for me, when I said, I'm not going above 150, no way. And I did not go above 150. Once I hit 150, no, let's go back down again. Because I know what to do. We all know what to do. But you have to, I don't know, just think differently, or change the way you think. And sometimes it's just, you know, repeating the same things over and over again. But for me, that's my cutoff. I'm not going above 150. No, that ain't going to happen. And I just kept telling, I think sometimes you have to keep telling yourself, and then you convince yourself. And that's really important. Now, one thing I did do, I still remained vegetarian / vegan for the most part. I mean, I definitely didn't have any meat. Ugh, I'm done with any meat. Fish, poultry, pork, that I have trained my brain. Because now I associate meat with suffering. So even if I'm tempted, because there's meat products and different things. If I'm tempted to grab something, I just think, no, I can't do that. I just can't. Meat, suffering, meat, suffering. So I've trained my brain that way. Now, dairy and eggs. I haven't bought any eggs at all. Dairy, and for my past videos, my issue is cheese. I love cheese. I used to put it on every single thing. I just love it. And I really haven't been craving cheese, which is the nice thing. But what happened, I went to the grocery store, the store I shop at. It's called Grocery Outlet. And they have great prices on vegan and organic products and stuff. And there's this Eve's line that I get that has vegan soy meat. And so I go in there and getting my soy meat, which I normally do. And right directly underneath it was this big bar of Velveeta cheese. I don't know if you guys have ever had Velveeta cheese. It's not, I don't know if you really call it real cheese, kind of like imitation cheese, really. But it melts up really good when you mix it with salsa and microwave it. Ugh, hot nacho cheese, it's so good. So that's like was one of my favorite foods. So I bought that, and I got it for like half price, which was another temptation. And so I bought that, I ate that, and did that. That was the only time I bought cheese. One time in the whole 6 weeks since I, you know, said, no, I'm done. I want to take a break. So that wasn't too bad. I had another incident with some cake. I said, you know what, when I said, I'm going to go get cake, and I'm going to get frosting, and I'm going to make my own cake. And I still was going to go vegan, because you can get, you know, vegan cake mixes, you know, from mainstream companies produce just, you know, cake mixes without, they don't call it vegan, but there's no milk products or anything in it. And so, and then also the frosting too, same thing, pre-made frosting. I said, well, I'll make the cake, so, you know, I don't have to buy it, and I know what's in it and stuff. So I go to the grocery store. I could not find, I looked at all the cake mixes. I could not find one cake mix that didn't have a milk in it. Some type of milk. And almost every single one of them required you add eggs. I said, no. Then I saw the Angel Food cake mix. I looked at that. It still was made with some milk product. But at least you didn't have to add eggs to it, so you just added water. So I bought that, and the reason I bought it, because it was in my mindset, I'm going to have cake. And so, I mean, I should have just left it and said, no, I'll do that another day. I'll go back and I'll do some more research and find another product I can buy. But no, I didn't. I bought that and the frosting, which also had milk in it, because I couldn't find the one with no milk products in it. So, of course, I ate that whole Angel Food cake. So that was another incident. And then just the third incident I was going to tell you about, Halloween. you know, I moved from a house to an apartment, and so I didn't know if I was going to get any trick-or-treaters, but I said, you know what, it's not fair. If I do get trick-or-treaters, I should have candy available. I mean, when I was young, I mean, I cleaned up. I mean, I went to every house in the neighborhood and to another neighborhood. I mean, it just, you know, and it's like I didn't think it was right. Oh, I had all that fun when I was young, and so I can't, you know. So, okay, I'll buy it. So I went and got like the Hershey's miniature chocolate. They have a dark chocolate line now, a big bag of dark chocolate, different types. So I bought that, and then I bought peanut M&Ms. And oh yeah, the peanut in them. So I didn't get one trick-or-treater. So guess what I did? I ate both packages. So that was another thing. I ate both packages of candy. And of course, you know, it's one thing if you eat, like, you know, one couple candies a day or something like that. But, you know, of course, I can't do that. So that wasn't a good deal. So that was just some of the things that happened. But trying to become vegan, it's hard with all the milk or egg, you know, products or egg stuff in every product. I mean, things you wouldn't think has it. So it's just difficult. You know, not saying, I mean, being a vegan, you can still, I mean, be heavy. I mean, I think there's a guy that has a website out there, or I think he has a website or a YouTube channel that's called The Fat Vegan. You know, because there's a lot of vegan junk food. There's a lot of food out there that's, like I told you guys before, the Fritos. Those are vegan. So you can, there's a lot of vegan junk food, believe me, that you can eat. So it's not the only answer, but it has helped. And I think that's why I only gained 5 pounds, one of the reasons. So I really have been trying to restrict. And I'm not perfect, and I'm trying. So I'm trying to get better too. To going to buy those products, like dairy products or meat and stuff like that. Is it going to kill me to buy a piece of meat? No. I mean, a piece of chicken, eat that. No, am I going to gain weight? No. I'm not going to gain, weight on that or anything like that. It's just more trying to get away from our meat eating culture. This whole idea, I was raised this way, a lot of people were raised this way, and continued, for a long time, that with every meal, you have meat. Or at the very least, some type of dairy product. It's just common. That's every single meal. I mean, even like, with the USDA and everything. I mean, the food pyramid and now the food plate and stuff. I mean, they recommend, meat or dairy with every meal, and so it's hard to get away with that idea of having, meat, potatoes, and then having salad as a side. So I'm trying to get into the more ideas. No, a salad can be your full meal, and you just fill it with all kinds of great vegetables. You can put garbanzo beans in there. You can put, like I said, all types of different vegetables. Anything. I put canned artichoke hearts in there. I mean, and I have great, wholesome, tasty, filling salads. Or you can, instead of having, mashed potatoes or potatoes as a side dish, no, I mean, I can do sweet potatoes. I can have sweet potato fries. I can do, mashed up sweet potatoes, and then have a side, or not even really a side, like a big, large portion of, steamed vegetables or boiled vegetables. And have that as a full meal, but we're so conditioned, oh, you gotta have that meat. Yeah, you have to have the meat with every meal. You have to, and no, you don't. So I'm trying to get out of that, way of life, way of eating, and go more natural. Now, and they taste so much better. Oh my gosh, sweet potatoes have now become one of my favorite foods. I love them, and I'm learning to make new recipes so I can stick with it. And so now with the dairy, it's harder to get away from, like I said. So I'm trying, and again, retrain your brain. I'm associating now, dairy or milk. Well, because milk makes cheese and yogurt and stuff. So with meat, I can say, oh, definitely animals suffer, right, to give us meat. But with dairy, it's not as obvious that they are. But then I've done some reading and some research, and I found out, for cows, dairy cows, to give us milk, you have to keep them pregnant all the time. So they're constantly pregnant. And also, so when they have their calves, the calf gets to suckle from the mother 2 days. And they're gone. 2 days. And if they're on an organic farm where they're treated better, it's like 5 to 7 days. And so I think of that and I'm just like, that just kills me. I mean, what if, our cats or dogs or whatever, they had a litter of puppies or kittens and they were only allowed a couple of days. It's like, none of us would put up with that. So I think about that and it's just harder because, like I said, I don't see the milk in the product as much. It's not as obvious as buying like a gallon of milk or a thing of yogurt or, a block of cheese or whatever. So I'm trying to retrain my brain when I think of that. So, to get off the dairy for good. So, and it's hard, and I'm certainly not perfect, and, like the whole Velveeta incident, I wasn't even craving it, but when I saw it, the memory of that nacho cheese, killed me. So anyway, so those are kind of some of the things that I've been thinking about. And it's kind of just like how this started really just out of the diet to lose weight. Now it's like the motivation isn't even so much, getting into the size 8 jeans. I need something else. I need something greater than that. Or the motivation, I don't know, even health is not enough of a motivation for me. So I'm just kind of looking at other things that can be a motivator to me. And so I think the whole getting rid of meat, getting rid of dairy is helping me stick with it. And helping me lean more towards, natural whole plant foods. And staying away from the packaged stuff. Even the vegan packaged stuff. So, and as I learn, I'm trying to do some more recipes as I learn that. I'm hoping it'll become easier. So that's that. And then one other thing I was going to talk about was there's a new movie coming out, like a documentary called Vegucated. And it's actually, I think it's really like a very independent film. And the director basically wants you to try to get people to host screenings of the movie. It's called Vegucated, and basically what it is the director, I can't remember, I think Melissa Milner or something like that. The director finds 3 people. They have normal, sad diets, the standard American diet. And she makes them go vegan, or they agree to go vegan for 6 weeks. She doesn't make them. They agree to be in the documentary and go vegan for 6 weeks. So it's kind of like their experience being vegans and the issues and the struggles. And so I'm really excited about seeing it. It's not out yet. It's not on Netflix at all. I think it's coming out on DVD. Like, you'll be able to purchase it soon. But, and in a sense, it's just a small independent film. And it's only been out in New York and DC and a few other places. And I think it's going a couple places in Ohio this month. But I'll put the website if you guys want to check it out. But and I'll let you know when it comes on Netflix. I'm really interested. I think it should be kind of really interesting because that's the struggle I'm going through right now. So I'm just kind of curious about the movie and what they go into. So anyway, so that's my story. that's what happened. I'm struggling. I'm trying. I'm trying to make it work. Have a good one. Bye.